When someone is surrounded by hate, they usually go one of two ways. One, they break. They become spiteful, angry, or in more tame cases, they just become eccentric. Two, they become super nice. You can tell which way she went pretty easily. She always talks in a very positive tone, even when she's talking about something very serious or sad. You know, that might seem like it's a good thing, but usually this is a byproduct of being hated and not getting any positive attention. Therefore, these people are more likely to cling on to and cherish any small amount of attention.
How long have I been living in Europe? In Europe? Guys, I've actually never been to Europe or lived in Europe. I've never even been there. Eugenia, wait, Europe on these nuts. Marry me, Eugenia. Oh, do you live in Europe, Avery? Well, who knows? Maybe one day if we meet and we just like really connect, you never know what could happen. Oh, it was a dumb joke. Oh, I was like, wait, I live in Europe? It doesn't sound like you're up on these nuts. Oh, I see. Oh, I got it.
This is good if you're surrounded by good people, but think about this. What if an abuser started talking to them?
Well, it was awesome talking to you. So thank you so much.
You too.
Have an awesome night.
Yeah, you too. I hope we meet again and you guess me again. I know it's difficult. I know there are like 24 waiting. So make your choice, beautiful.
Okay, well, I'll get some more people, but it was awesome talking to you, Paul. Thank you for watching.
All they would need to do is give any amount of positive attention. You know, broken people like this are more likely to stay with abusers because they don't want to lose the person who tells them everything they want to hear. The bottom line is, Yuji is someone who needs friends. Moving on, there's a difference between not eating because you don't like the sensation and action of eating versus not eating because you like the way that you look when you're this underweight. She's obviously somebody who cares very much about the way she looks. From her perspective, being skinny is like having a six-pack. And that leads me to the next problem. 45,000 dislikes and 8K likes. People have perceived her showing her body as supporting an eating disorder, but I don't think it's the same situation as most people. The way that some of these overweight people talk on TikTok about eating disorders,
I remember when I was younger, I used to feel so bad about eating snacks, especially like after I ate food, like a meal, you know? I'm so happy eating snacks. Why wouldn't I eat them?
What I eat in a day is a fat bitch who very controversially doesn't give a fuck that she's fat. Uni had me absolutely chocolate in the morning, so at about 1 o'clock I finally managed to get up, get out of bed, eat some food and have a drink. For tea time, it was a Domino's night. Me orders the same as always, double meatball chicken. Garlic and herb dip is honestly out of this fucking world.
that might be supporting an eating disorder. But just being skinny or just being fat isn't really supporting it. And a lot of fat people on TikTok, and these people, are saying it's not a disorder if you're skinny or fat. But that doesn't really matter because Yuji doesn't really have an eating disorder. She doesn't dislike the action of eating. She undereats because she likes the way she looks when she's this skinny. Unlike being fat, you can hide being skinny. Look at XQC, but she doesn't hide it. It's obvious she likes being skinny if she's willing to go through this much hate, especially when she could just put on, baggier clothes. It's not an eating problem. It's a self-image problem. So don't sit there and ask her what food she likes. Don't sit there and try and coax her into eating. Just focus on the way she looks and the way that she wants to look. Let me throw this out there. There are things I know I shouldn't do, but I still want to do them. When that happens, I try to stop thinking of the why. I just accept that this is the way it has to be. But I mean, I don't always succeed at that, but it's great if you can do that, but it won't help you if you don't understand what the problem is and what the problem isn't. Why does she always make sure to try to not offend anyone? Why is she so adamant about about treating other people the way that you want to be treated. The only early factor I could find was that she didn't have the best schooling experience and she ended up having to be homeschooled, you know? Which, I mean, homeschooling it's not good. All right, you ever watch the South Park episode on that? It's not good. It's not a good thing. Things that happen to you early in life can really affect you. Anything from a kid your age calling you ugly, all the way to a teacher telling you that something you like sucks or isn't good. Teachers play a huge part in it, right? If they show favoritism or if they're hypocritical, it can really mess with a kid because they're the authority. And if it got so bad you had to be homeschooled, then fuck. It seems kind of stupid to me, but it's like standing outside of a store and you're pulling the door and the door doesn't open, but you see other customers inside, so you know it's open. So what do? You pull the door again. Still doesn't open. At what point are you gonna stop pulling the door and try to push it? People have been trying to make her gain weight for years, but it never works. Shane was the only one who ever considered pushing the door instead of pulling. If being mean isn't working, be nice, because we have proof that being nice, surprise, surprise, might actually work. Some of the mean comments, they make no sense to me. People are attacking and accusing her because of her weight. What are you accusing her of? Of needing help? Of having crippling self-consciousness? Even if these commenters were 1000% right about her, how are you helping? Their argument is that they're not trying to help. After it became painfully obvious that no amount of mean comments would get her to change, people started using the argument of Yuji is making other people, especially young women, want to be skinny like her. Let's talk about H3H3, right? H3H3 did a great job of being nice and respectful, but unfortunately, to my knowledge, he also did a great job of fanning the flames, right? And he brought basically nothing but negative attention towards Yuji. He of course never bullied her, but he never thought to consider the people who do. He never thought to consider what his video would make them do. As far as I know, despite showing great concern for her, he never reached out to her. He never tried to help. The only argument is that she's promoting her lifestyle to fans, and he doesn't really elaborate on it. He gave no opinion. He's practically in limbo. But guess what? Despite not really presenting any real argument, the dude still gave the video this title. This guy never had any intention to have any opinion or commentary on the situation. He just wanted to bring it up so he could have a good title and thumbnail. People use her health for clickbait all the time. Sometimes it's legitimate, but a lot of the time it's just bait. Sometimes she stutters because she's nervous and goes off camera because she doesn't want to cry on stream. Then people clip it and call it a big health scare for clickbait. They don't care. They don't actually care about her health. They just want to do whatever they can for clickbait. She really has a terrible audience. It's full of people who hate her, and the ones who like her for the wrong fucking reasons. The failure of her rehab 100% hinged on her support group. Yuji cultivated an audience that watched her for her extremely low weight. She didn't have a real change of audience. Once Shane and his supporters left, all she had left were people who were telling her she had a fat fucking face or that she needed to lose weight. So what do? Well, it doesn't really matter whether or not you think her weight is okay. Either way, you should do the same thing. Just treat her like a normal fucking person. People have tried everything to try and make Yuji change in the way that they want her to. People have tried everything, and the one time it worked was when she legitimately had friends and people treated her normally. But it fell apart because those people left and her toxic core audience re-corrupted her. So where do I fit in on this? I can't do much with this wimpy, what the fuck is this? All I can do is the same thing you can do, is just treat her normally and be her friend. But most importantly, make your feelings clear. If you think she needs to change, tell her she should change. But just don't spam it every single day. I think she looks way better here than she does here. But I understand that just because I like the way she looks like this, doesn't mean she will. Just be her friend, a good friend. Because she doesn't have a lot of those.